completely out the wazoo in the mid game.
I mean, Kuro gonna have to be on point with those Weaver's walls. Had a couple good ones there in game number 1, but for the most part, they were a bit lacking from what we've come to expect from him during the spring split, where he was really showing up on this champion. So if he can be on point with those, have that massive roam coming through, coupled with Spirit on the Elise laning those cocoons, they should be able to lock out Everate, pick them off one at a time.
And the game plan's a lot more simple from the side of Afreeca. Win lane, win game, team fighting, both those things are optional options for them. It's not the 1-3-1 comp with the Draven and Fiora they were trying to run in game 1, and they just have such clear, obvious advantages. But that's what I love, actually. I love when we have drafts like this where you're like, well, of course they're going to push in and just contest the enemy Elise. Because guess what? Everate know that. It's so obvious where their disadvantages lie. So now we get to see the next levels where it's like, well, preying upon Olaf is the obvious play. So do we see vertical jungling to start the game to kind of force there to be a safe side and a weak side for Afreeca Freaks? What kind of strategies come through, or does Everate kind of roll over after kind of the mental anguish of being taken down in game 2? There's a lot of interesting, transparent win conditions in the draft, so that makes the early game so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, new players to LCK, new players to competitive there with Malrong as well. Let's see if the mentality can hold up as we go in for the final game of this first match of the day. Let's load up for game number 3.
CS up in standing lanes, which feels pretty good.
Yeah, that's a decent buy here for Helper, though. Has that Spectre's Cow with the Tiamat now. So wave clear is going to be decent, and Marin's just going to go ham. He's going to
if he's going to let me bop me, I'm going to bop him hard.
It's going to be the hook coming through here. They lock down TwoSyn. Big burst of damage comes through, and Septed finds the first blood. Weaver's Wall thrown down. Ella locked up by the Enchanted Crystalline Arrow. Spirit goes in, trying to find the kill, but the Stand United comes through from Helper, keeping him alive. Flash over the wall. The Shockwave connects onto both. The Axe comes through. They slow him up. Septed will not go down. They get rid of Spirit. 2 kills on the board for Everate as Kuro desperately tries to throw out the threaded volley, but Helper is there to body block.
Yeah, both kills claimed by the side of the Afreeca Freaks. Karma on a bit of a walk, taken out first.
Oh, now the taunt going through, trying to lock down Kuro. Has the flash away, but now both summoner spells burned out by the Talia.
You had to cleanse and flash. Really awkward stuff there from Kuro. Suddenly, even an axe is going to be enough CC. Take him down, Ghost and flash, my apologies. We'll see the replay here. There was this vision battle, but you would think that TwoSyn had earlier information. Hook registers from Ella, and they just deleted TwoSyn. TwoSyn saw him coming, and yet still offered himself up for a hook.
I like Spirit just waiting in the brush. He's like, well, I don't want anything to do with this. Comes down on the wrong side of the wall, has to flash away, and a massive shockwave from Septed, already lining things up for his team, helping him to get out to an early lead. Everate, only 400 up, but still. It's going to be a nice start getting those kills in, onto the Orianna, onto the Olaf.
And Marin just continued to extend the CS lead, and crucially, Helper didn't even pick up an assist when he came in with the Stand United. In this lane, though, we see Alex get picked. So far, a lot of damage onto him. He's backing away. He's
going low, going to flash over the wall and over to the Krugs. TP comes through from Marin, gets the cask in on Septed, knocks him away, comes up with a kill. Nicely done by him. That's going to open up a lot of pressure in onto this mid turn as Kuro starts to already move up the minions very quickly. So now having that extra turret threat makes him a big concern there for the side of Everate. Ash Arrow comes through, finds Duel first and foremost. Dark Passage is down, but the damage is just too much. Beautifully chained CC from Afreeca Freaks comes with a kill.
Yeah, the layering was the real thing to call out there. No chance for Duel to Flash, could only heal in that scenario. Look to try and get first brick in the bot lane. That's why Marang is positioned here. I don't think you can really contest Kramer too hard. But for now, Afreeca got Orianna gangs top.
Yeah, on for the roam up, comes around through the tri-brush. Marin very far forward. Septed flashing in. Pulls the ball back to himself. Nice cast will knock him over to the other side of the Weaver's wall as they try to dive in here. Helper tanking up the turret. Malrong able to pick up the kill, but can he make it out alive? Shield comes through from the Orianna, keeping him relatively healthy as Kuro keeps firing away with the threaded volley. There's down quite a bit of damage. Shockwave comes through. Kuro down to half HP, and Spirit waiting in the wings. They collapse forward for this one. Spirit roaming in. Flash obviously used here by Septed. Stand United comes through. Pops the Dissonance down onto himself. Helper dashing forward. Flashes in for the taunt. Locks down Kuro. Can they find the kill? Dissonance not going to connect, but one more hit will do it. There it is. Helper finds it. Nice forward play there. Off the backside of the Stand United comes up with yet another kill.
I'm really impressed with how well Everate played. Once again, you call out Septed because his sideways moves and his understanding with first rate. Ella flashes the Ash Arrow.
Yeah, takes himself to the other side, drags the Dark Passage in here for Duel. Throws out Death Sentence won't quite find the connection, and Marin has joined in the fray with that TP. Throws out the barrel, won't find anything, and the box comes down, trying to slow up Kramer to keep themselves alive, but the wraparound is coming through from Tucson, from
Someone
Marin.
probably has to die here.
Tether gets broken, Duel flashes away from the Q, barrel not going to connect, and he honestly might make it out of here alive. Ella can't say the same. Will get taken down as Kramer finds that soul kill contribution, but the cast comes through. They knock Balrog in. He takes too much damage. Now it's a double kill over for the Ashe.
Oh, it's really awkward stuff there for Everett. They were trying to juggle and have only one person go down, but I feel like Malrung and Ella had a bit of a miscommunication. Evacuation from Everett still gets paid.
Now Septed getting jumped on. There's a shockwave down. Rip Spirit and Kuro both down very low, but the Cocoon connects. He dashes forward, kills him with the execute. Septed falls, so now 5-4. Cloud Drake over into the hands of Afrika. Growing that gold lead steadily, now up to about 2,000.
Takes a lot of wind out of the sails from the smart sides.
Pushing very aggressively, your Spirit.
They've got so much backup, whether it's the Gragas, whose teleport's not up, that's right. It could actually be a 5v4.
Balrog going in on a Spirit, chunks him down to half HP. Ella's there, could drop it over to the Baron, but comes straight back in, down onto the Olaf, and he gets taken out as Ella finds the killing blow. Weaver's Wall used, but not really going to do much here to help out the side of Afrika. We're dashing forward, locking down Marin, definitely losing out on these exchanges at this point. So trying to trade back as best as he can as Marin just pushing back in down to this bottom lane.
Yeah, pre-Spirit Visage, you can see Shen's actually doing pretty damn well if he's able to pull his blade through.
That's really close. Marin goes back in for the body slam, not going to find anything. Meanwhile, Duel very far forward to the top lane. It's going to be Stand United coming through, but there's no way for that channel to get off. There's just so much damage here from Tucson and Kramer. And now the volley coming through, Ella knowing that he's going to be dead. He'll get taken out, another double kill over to the Ashe. And just really questionable positioning from the bottom lane of Everett.
And the critical part is they're getting the picks we talked about, but they're getting them just in the 2v2. They didn't even need to call in Talia or the Gragas teleport, which is of higher value given they're playing against a Shen who has the double globals. So for them to just pick up the kills in 2v2 is a pretty significant problem for Everett. The Ashe arrow was enough. It looks like the QSS only now going to be completed. Wait for the replay. Duel thought he could go for one more minion wave. The classic AD carry story. When Ruler made his debut in Korea, we saw this sort of play from him, and we see it from Duel at the highest level. If it feels like it's just one more wave, you've probably made a mistake.
He probably was going to be dead anyway, but didn't take the Dark Passage that entire time with the Stand United on top of him, so probably would have allowed at least for Helper to join in the frame, maybe answer back a kill and help keep Ella alive, but oddly played by Duel, oddly positioned by him at the start of that, and they get punished yet again. I mean, Septed not feeling quite as bloodthirsty. I say that actually now flashes in, gets the solo kill with the seismic shove. Delivers him straight into the Cocoon. Spirit's there to pick up the pieces.
That's a big win for Everett, though. It ended up being a 1v3 because Karma was the first to react in mid lane, and obviously we saw Spirit clear up the kill. But they get the top turret, but awkwardly, still the balance is with Afrika is they're looking for more.
Yeah, I mean, tier 2 turret here in this bottom lane going down. Connection in onto Septed, and even though nobody really that close to him has to show respect, uses the cleanse to keep himself safe. Now Marin coming through, doesn't quite get the connection he wanted on that explosive cast, knocks Duel back closer to his own base. Still just disrupting where he can. Spirit going low. Goes up, must come down. Nowhere to go. He gets taken out. Septed finds the kill. Meantime, Stand United being used here onto L as they push forward. Helper going forward. Gets a taunt in onto Marin, dropping down that dodge shield, slowing him up as best as they can to try to get the kill, but he's still just so tanky on the Gragas. He's able to walk his way out of there with the help of his flash.
So 1-0 where the game was poised is still pretty damn pick options should exist for Afrika. They should not be trading objectives with Everett winners.
Yeah, I mean, Kramer's got his own QSS now, so even locking him down is going to be very difficult. So the death sentence not going to be as effective. It's really going to be down to Septed to just 100-0 him as best as possible. Ashero comes through, does connect in onto Septed. Seismic shoves there. Can't even finish the shockwave in time. He gets taken out, and now the map is basically Afrika Freaks. Do they just want to go straight for the Baron? Because they can.
I mean, double attack speed items into play the Ruin King.
Well, tier 2 turrets going down across the board here for Everett.
Well, this is what
getting taken out.
This is what it looks like when you have push advantage in every lane and you lose the mid.
Well, they're going to do a lot of investment here on Tamar and try to take him out. Explosive cast comes down, not quite going to find anything, but is able to body slam through the wall. Neptune heal does clip onto him, but the hook comes back through yet again from Ella. Flay now in onto Spirit. 2 kills picked up. but they're losing quite a lot more than that now into the bottom side of the map. TP's coming through. Will it get finished? Yes, it does, right in the last second, but it doesn't matter. Septon has already been taken out by Kramer, his 6th kill of the game. Maybe looking for a 7th one. Not going to find it as TUSEN takes it away, but they will go ahead and pick up that inhibitor at the bottom side of the map. And a freak of freaks. How long do they want to stick around, honestly, because Jewel does no damage. And there's 40 seconds left on Decepted. Allround comes back out here. Kramer getting that massive shield push through from TUSEN. They're in onto the Nexus turrets. Redemption coming down here from Everate.
Hook onto Kramer.
Jewel here, yeah. He does get healed up, and now they go back in onto Kramer. Can they finish him off? They do, right at the last second before both Jewel and Ella go down. They keep themselves alive for the moment, and Kramer finally gets shut down. Allround pushing forward, fighting off a bit more than they can shoot, because Kuro still offers up quite a bit of damage here.
Nice team in the league. They looked like on paper, let's be real. They did that in game 1, but the next 2 games look to be going the way of Afrika as they want to ice it here.
Yeah, Marin says hello. Gets that nice cask into the walls, locking up Jewel, and Ella goes low. Redemption being thrown down. Can they finish him off in time? Ashero clips Jewel in the backside. Even though he gets healed up, has the cleanse, still goes down. Kills picked up for Kramer and Kuro. Now firing away in onto Helper, dashes away with the Shadow Dance, but still going to be just handing over a double kill for Kuro. 11,000 gold up now as Afrika, both inhibs down in the mid and bottom side of the map. They're just going to be going for the finish here. Just not a whole lot that Malrong and Septon can do.
Yeah, Marin can tank up the turret for days just as the minion wave comes in, and against all expectation, Freak's going to do it.
Yep, they go ahead, knock those down, get straight in onto the Nexus, looking for a last little kill there on Septon. Won't quite find it, but they will find that Nexus. 36 minutes on the clock, much faster than our first 2 in the series. Malrong somehow able to kill Kuro right at the end there. But he's going to pay for this one with his own life. The ace completed. Afrika close out the set 2-1.
Does mean they will go into that match on Saturday against KT Rolster in a better ladder position, but this is the sort of game where the coach is like, guys, you won, great job. Also, I have 8 pages of notes to go over and 14 different VOD timestamps over 3 games. It was a messy one for the Afrika Freaks. Spirit in particular having a poor series and then some.
Yeah.
Marin had good games. Kramer was majestic on the Ashe in the last game. And credit TUSEN as well, doing his job. But Everate winners, you know, it is definitely heartbreaking to see them not come away with anything from this game. That's what happens in best of 3s. There's no 1-1s. It would have been the honorable 1-1 back in the old Champions format. This time it's no points and some things to work on, specifically around the man on your screen, Helper, who game 2 was almost completely decided with how far behind he fell to Marin's